Welcome guys to my channel. If you like this kind of content, make sure you give me a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That'll definitely keep me motivated. So I got a treat for you guys today. I'm going to talk about the 12 major laws that govern the universe. Make sure to check out my previous video about the mysteries of laws. It's going to give you context to what I'm trying to say. Now, understanding these laws are huge to your mental capacity of this observable world. If you don't ever learn anything else in life, study these 12 specific laws. Because if you can comprehend them and apprehend them, they'll definitely catapult your mind to a higher metaphysical understanding of this world. You're going to see this world in a whole new, different way. These 12 universal laws are going to expand your mind and explode your understanding of this existence. But the question is though, are you ready to go into deeper oceans? Are you ready to dive into deeper oceans? The oceans stir up emotions that lead to sensations and unparalleled revelations. I cannot stress to you guys enough on how significant and how incredibly huge these secrets are. These 12 laws of the universe. These are the secrets right here that are very life-changing. All you got to do is just grab them and learn about them and apply them to your life. A lot of people in this world is trying to figure out how to achieve true happiness or what really brings happiness to their life. And understanding these 12 laws is a good place to start. That's what I would say. A lot of people or worldly individuals will tell you in this world that the greatest secret is to learn how to treat a female or learn how to deal with a female, because happy wife, happy life, right? Another thing this humanistic society will tell you how to achieve happiness is to accumulate a lot of wealth or riches. That would be one of the greatest secrets that mankind will tell you. They'll also tell you that having a good, healthy sex life would be one of the greatest things that you would be able to achieve if you know how to have a good sex life. Now, none of those things that I mentioned aren't egregious in any way. I'm just saying that a lot of people are just really hooked and they only do those things. They're really consumed about making sure their girl is treated properly or accumulating a lot of money so they can buy anything they want in life or having the perfect sex life. That's what a lot of people are just out after and nothing else. There is a time and a season for those things. Sure, but today I'm just presenting to you guys a different view of reality by observing these 12 laws. So let's start. Out of all the laws, you want to at least learn about the law of attraction, because once you understand this law, you'll be able to see why things happen to you and why things happen to other people. Everything happens for a reason, right? So once you learn this law, you're going to be able to know the reason why it happened to you. Just solving the mystery of the law of attraction would be very, very beneficial to you. And also, a lot of people talk about the law of attraction and have a pretty good basic understanding of the law of attraction. However, I haven't really came across another video where people talk about the other 11 laws. I mean, there are 11 more laws outside of the law of attraction that are just as important and just as revelatory as the law of attraction. So I'll just give you a basic general understanding of these 12 laws in this video. So first we got the law of attraction, which is probably one of the most important laws. Now, I'm not going to go into any particular order, but I'm just going to go right off top of my head, so just hang with me. So second, we got the law of action. Third, we got the law of compensation. The fourth is the law of cause and effect. Every cause has an effect, and every effect has a cause. I'm pretty sure you heard that before. We got next the law of rhythm. You know, guys, like once you get your life together and put it in rhythm, then you get to your new season, because every system has a rhythmic flow. So that one's definitely a good law to study. And next we got the law of vibration. You see, everything is vibrating at the subatomic level, which that alludes to a secret. So that's another law that is just as important as the law of attraction and all of these laws. We got next the law of correspondence. We got the law of perpetual transmutation. Hopefully I spelled that right. I know this law sounds kind of complicated, but it really ain't once you just break it down. So I'll do that in another video. Next, we got the law of relativity. Now, this is not talking about Einstein's theory of relativity. This is talking about the universal law of relativity, which is different. Now, there are some common grounds between the two, but they are different in nature. Next, we got the law of gender. This is a pretty fascinating study. It's very interesting to study both genders, because both genders, the man and the woman, both bring something to the table. And they kind of need each other. They both have their uniqueness. So it's a very interesting study. Next, we got the law of polarity. Now, this is a very fascinating study as well. It's one of my favorite laws. Once I looked into it, it was just like opened my eyes to so many different things of how the world actually works and actually how people actually work. Because if you notice, there's always two sides to a person. And everybody puts on the front positive good boy side, but they usually have a dark side. Now, not everybody does, but everybody at least from time to time puts on another persona, another different person of them when they're out with their friends or out in the world anyway. But this universal law lets me know that there's always a dual personality of people. So it's a very fascinating study. And next, we got the law of oneness. Now, a lot can be said about the law of oneness, because if you think about it, there's something very divine about the number one. And you can even call this law the law of divine oneness. I've seen it that way as well. You notice that everybody wants to be number one in their field, whether it's sports, whether it's celebrity, whether it's a businessman, woman. You always want to be number one. And there's some type of universal law or some type of code in us that drives us to be the number one person in the world or whatever we do. So it's a very interesting law to study, and it has very many deep implications of understanding this law and how it works. So, guys, if you want to discover the secrets of the universe, study these 12 specific laws because it's going to change your perspective of the observable universe, and it's going to really open your eyes to a lot of things. Your mind's going to grow, it's going to expand. You'll be able to see everything a whole lot clearly. Every one of these laws have huge implications and a tremendous amount of depth. I could talk about these laws on my next 30 videos, just trying to describe and trying to explain the revelatory aspect of them and how to utilize them and apply them to your life. I know some of you guys are going to be like, is this some type of New Age teaching or something? No, not really. These 12 laws are universal, and what I mean by universal, I mean that everyone can relate to these laws in some way, especially if you look at the law of attraction. Every religious or non-religious person would tell you if you do good to people, that goodness or that love will eventually return to you in some way. I'm well aware that there are New Age teachings about these laws, especially the law of attraction, where they believe that you can achieve higher levels of consciousness and higher levels of energy and crystals and all these type of things. I'm not coming from that kind of angle. I'm coming from like a scientific, spiritual / philosophical perspective. These laws are universal. Just to give you an example, like if a man comes in and intrudes your house and is fixing to harm your family, what are you going to do? Every person, every creationist, every atheist will tell you that you're going to protect your family at all costs, right? So you can see that there is some type of mechanism that's in a man to protect his family at all cost, no matter what you believe. There's some type of divine law or some type of code that's in us. For another example, every person on earth will tell you to survive in this world, you got to work. I mean, that's common sense. And that's a law that's built within us. You gotta survive. If you want to survive, you're going to have to work real hard. It doesn't take a genius to tell you that. It doesn't take an atheist. It doesn't take a religious person to tell you to survive. You got to work. So this is what I mean by universal laws. I know there are a multitude of people that teach these in different ways, mainly using the New Age. And they try to teach them from a mystical viewpoint. But anyway, I guess I will end the video here. I will make a separate video on each of the laws so you guys can understand them completely. If you like this kind of content, make sure to give me a like and subscribe, and make sure to press the post notification button so you can get my latest new videos. Alright, later.